everyone, this is Jeff, and in today's video we're going to be going over the AtomRc Dolphin and how to make your angle, acro, and horizon modes, flight stabilized modes, nice and smooth. Now, it's a little bit of a windy day here right now, so excuse the wind, but this is a great time to kind of test this thing out and see how it reacts in a little bit of wind. So what I'm talking about with these flight modes, if you're new, is angle mode is a stabilized flight mode on iNav. When you're in angle mode, when you give it stick control or authority to roll or pitch, when you let off the sticks, the aircraft will come back to level flight. So if you're rolling, let off the sticks, it'll come back. Now, depending on how this is set up, and for me, mine was set up like garbage, honestly, from AtomRc. That's just my opinion. When I would let off the sticks, the aircraft would come back and it would bump, 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 bump. It would bump back and forth. When I pitched, it porpoised like crazy. The other thing too is when my auto launch, when I would auto launch this thing and throw it, it would dip, it would do all kinds of crazy stuff. So by testing and tuning and trying a million different combinations, this is what I have come up with the most stable, stabilized flight modes for angle, acro, and horizon. So let's get this bird up in the air. I'm going to show you my flight sticks, what I'm doing, and just what you can expect to do. I'm also going to show you the footage off my DVR, off my goggles, so it's not stabilized by the DJI onboard video. So without further ado, let's get this launched in the air. Okay, so here's how number one, this is how I auto launch my Dolphin, and I get great results every time. To kind of illustrate the wind, so the wind's blowing that way, we're going to launch it that way just to give you an idea how stable this is. So when I launch, what I'll do, first thing as I do is move my throttles down. I go to arm. Whoops. I go to arm. Aircraft is arm. I set my loiter so it'll come back, and it's just it's almost like using return to home. It's just going to come back and loiter, okay? And then I make sure I'm in angle mode. Pick the aircraft up. And the reason I arm it on the ground is that shows me that's my deck. That's my 0 feet from arming right there. I'm gonna hold the throttles. I'm gonna hold the airplane like this. I'm gonna turn my throttles up. There's gonna be a it says it's a 1 second, it feels like a 2 second delay. That just gives me a second to get prepared. So, let's do this. All right, throttles up. Smooth as silk. Here we go. We're gonna take it off, position hold, loiter. I am in angle mode. I'm at 40% throttle, and as you can see right now, I'm full stick left. I'm letting off. Leveled out. Let's go full stick right. Letting off. See how I'm letting that thing just kind of bounce? It's still level. It still returns back to normal so smoothly in with the flight controller. So let's go up, letting off, nice and smooth. Same with down, nice and smooth. So I'm gonna go full stick left. Again, we are in angle mode. Now, the amount of degrees that your airplane can roll is all set up in iNav, and you're going to see that mine's set at whatever it's set at. I'll post it up. So I can only go a maximum roll this far is what I'm getting at. Same thing with pitch. It only pitch up a maximum amount. And I got mine kind of set high in case of an emergency, in case I got to pull up and I'm in angle mode to avoid something. But there we go. So here's another cool little thing. Let's go ahead and show you how well this works. I'm gonna go ahead and go into manual. I'm gonna get some elevation. We'll get this thing up to about 380 feet. All right, so we're up here about 380 feet. I'm gonna turn. Now, I'm gonna go inverted. So right now I'm flying inverted and I'm flying level. I'm going to let off the stick, and you can watch iNav's gonna do everything. All right, and auto. Our angle. Here we go. That's how you know you gotta get in angle mode. The other thing I'm gonna do, let's get this thing up. We'll get right here at the limit. Dropped a little bit, let's get here 390. So now here's another thing I'm gonna do. I am going to pull back the throttles and we're gonna see what happens when this thing stalls, if the plane can recover. So I'm gonna give it a little bit of up. We're gonna tip a wing. Recovered, and it did that in about 60 feet. Not bad, all by itself. That's another way you know you got your, in my opinion, you got your stabilized mode set up. We'll go into acro. So acro, I'm here about 45%. These are my rolls in acro. They're slow. I want them to be slower. If I want to roll fast, I throw this thing in manual and boom. But if I want to be in acro and I just want it to roll easily for whatever reason, there you go. You can do it. Can we do flips? Can we do rolls? Actually, yes, we can. And honestly, I think it rolls, it does loops or whatever, not roll, if it does a loop, whatever you call it, I think it does it easier in acro than it does in manual, for me at least. But that was in acro. Here's a manual. Here's a manual. I guess manual is quicker. There we go. And then we'll go back into angle. So there you go. Left stick, letting off. Right stick, letting off. Before, this is what it felt like. I'd do this, and then it'd be like, do. Well, I can't even do it. It'd be like, jum. And then it'd be like, jum. Anyway, probably have to edit that part out. So, landing. Beginners. If you're trying to figure out how to land in angle. I fly pretty well, and I land in angle. It's nice to be able to coast in. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna land. Oops, we gotta turn around. Let's do this. There we go. We're gonna land right here. So here's what I do. I come around, I get down to about 40% throttle, and I get lined up. So this is the road I'm gonna land on. Now I'm gonna take it I'm gonna put it into manual, or out of manual into angle. And then I just kind of coming down, starting to cut the throttles. And it just lands so buttery smooth. So, coming in. There we go. Boom. Disarm. Let's go get the plane. Alrighty. So, you just saw me fly the plane. You see how smooth this thing flies in stabilized flight. It comes back, it levels itself out, nice and easy. It's not twitchy. The reason that I don't like it twitchy is because I wrecked a swordfish because it came from AtomRc with the PIDs. All just seemed like, I don't know. It just seemed like, why would they send it like that? But again, hey, it's yours, man. It's your responsibility to figure this stuff out. You know, no 10th place trophies, I guess. So with these settings, I believe that you will have a nice, smooth flight in your stabilized flight modes, if that's what you like to use. Especially if you're doing, you're putting cameras, trying to get some really nice cinematography with this. It's gonna keep it smooth. If you're a beginner pilot, this is also huge as well. You know, this just took me testing and tuning. I am no PID expert, PID tuning guru. I just watched a ton of videos online, and I came out here with a bunch of batteries, and and my laptop, and just flew the plane, flew the plane, change, one extreme to the next. So what we'll do now is we'll head back, we will hop on the computer, and I will show you guys what my settings are, and you can try them on yours. So let's get going.
Okay, here we are, everyone. Got the Dolphin on the bench. I'm gonna go ahead and go through my settings with you. We're gonna go right to it, the PID tuning tab. If you'd like to, here's your time to pause and take notes. Roll gains, pitch gains. Go to the rates and expos. Change my roll rates. In the video, this was the max roll and pitch angle that I was talking about in angle mode. You know, you can adjust these. Some people put them at 40, to each his own. This is your control for manual. Obviously, I left that alone. Filters. Mechanics. I'm at 3 degrees level flight. Some people use this 4. I think Painless 360 does 4, but for me, 3 just seems to be better. All right, and there we go. While we're here, I'll show you my advanced tuning settings as well for auto launch. I'm constantly tweaking, so you'll see different things. Big thing is idle throttle, launch throttle, and climb angle. Those are it. And actually, you know what? While we're here, I'm gonna put mine back down to 25. And there you go. And just so you guys can see, this is my, I just do everything 50-50 between roll and pitch, as advised by other fellow YouTubers. So that's it.
All right, everyone. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. I really enjoy flying this AtomRc Dolphin. This is a fantastic plane. Fantastic. If you look down in the description of this video, you're going to have links to all the stuff that I use, my equipment, my 3D print links from Thingiverse. You know, I would say one of the big things, if you're going to get into this Dolphin, is this motor mount. Highly suggest it. I got a link for that. And if you don't have a 3D printer and you want it, I have a little eBay link for this. I have them printed, ready to go. Ship them out. I'm here in Illinois. Get you anywhere in like 3 or 4 days for the most part. But other than that, thanks again. More videos to come. We'll see you on the next one. Bye.